I used to watch him.
Sup, Nation? Hope you are having an amazing
He's funny.
Wednesday. And Nation, the first thing I want to talk about today is Brazil. And that's because the Brazilian
very
government
colorful
just rolled out
setup.
this new thing they're calling
like it.
redemption through reading. And essentially what will happen is an inmate will choose a literature book, a science
I don't know why that's funny.
At the end of the month, they will write an essay on it, and then they will be graded. And if it is good enough, they will get 4 days off of their sentence.
What if they can't, like, read?
They're getting out a little bit earlier for reading a book and writing an essay.
And ultimately, I'm sharing this story because I want to know what you think in the comments down below, because a huge part of me thinks that this is just a bullshit program. Like, really?
It
Does
is.
it make sense?
I
They
agree
added
with
a
that. I
stipulation
agree with that,
only
yeah.
life. And Nation, from there, let's move on to our BAMF of the day, Mr.
He
Del
talks so
Rollison.
weird.
And he was just standing, waiting for his train, when all of a sudden, a big gust of wind hit everyone. Most notably, a 1-year-old baby, its stroller, was pushed onto the track. Delroy jumped onto the tracks in front of an oncoming train, got the baby, and saved the baby's life with only moments to spare. Talk about a little bit of sexy news. I was originally just gonna talk about Katy Perry, because she,
Okay, we're all looking down there.
See, now I'm interested.
Someone from the Nation sent me a link to a girl that, wow, and there was a lot of pictures and many of
I
them
like
were
this
not
segment. I like this.
Very nice, not gonna lie.
in her nickname, which is, and I'm not joking, Baby Vegan Booty. It's a little something sexy.
I want to name a guinea pig that.
And Nation, from there, we move on
Can
to
we
something-
rewind to the hot chicks?
It's a real issue. It's a serious issue, and it's about what's happening in Syria right now. Today, some of the war's heaviest fighting near Damascus took place, and pro-Assad television station about 12 miles south of the capital was overrun by rebels. And with how fast everything is happening in Syria, I will try to keep you up to date as best I can. The last thing I want to talk about today was the Google I.O. event. They were like, how do we introduce Google Glass?
I'm not a news person. I don't even watch the regular news, dude.
And Nation, that brings us to the question of the day today. Do you think Google Glass or the Google Glasses are something that
Google glasses.
what would you use it for, and what would you like to potentially use it for? Like, what would be a wish list? My name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love your faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.
That guy talks really fast.
I love him. I love that guy. He's informative. I like that.
Finally, someone loves my face.
So, do you know who that was?
No.
Not in the slightest.
Philip DeFranco.
Philip DeFranco.
Philip DeFranco,
Philip DeFranco.
How did you first find out about Phil?
front page of YouTube.
Probably from like another YouTuber.
I was on YouTube, like the top rated stuff, and he was on there. I'm like, oh, what's this? And then I couldn't stop watching his stuff, and then I was like, whoa, this guy rocks.
So can you explain what he does in his videos?
Well, I kind of zoned out, but I definitely saw some hot chicks.
Basically, he just tells the news.
Explains it really quick, so people, I guess, are more informed about what's going on in the world, not so ignorant. He'll do like something big from pop culture and then something big from like world news.
Sexy girls and stuff. I've known he's covered that a lot.
I'm in a bright, happy environment with Angry Bird pillows. Here's some bad news, but let's lighten that up with an inspiring story. And then pictures of hot girls, and then I'll give you bad news to end it, but still, it looks really happy.
Why do you think he chooses those topics? Like, why do a topic that's about a war or about technology, but then also have a topic that he calls like the sexy time?
I don't think you understand how teenage guys work.
Everyone who's watching is bound to be drawn to at least one thing there.
Sure, you can watch a regular newscast, so it'd be kind of boring, but when you're throwing in some sexy stuff like that, I mean, it got my attention.
And what do you think of him as a host?
I think I could be better.
I just feel like he's not very funny.
Yeah, he's good.
Very to the point, but not boring.
He's very charismatic.
He is an amazing host.
Let's just face it, he just looks like you just want to give him a hug or something.
What about the way it was edited with all those jump cuts?
YouTube style.
It's like fast cuts. I don't like that. That's very amateur.
Oh,
Yeah.
jump cuts. So what?
I think it's fine. It's not like it's a professional movie.
Do you feel like he was informing you on important things?
Yeah.
I learned something new. I didn't know there was anything going on in Syria.
And where do you normally get your news from?
My parents.
My dad.
News channels on TV.
Internet, Yahoo.
From this website called moveon.org.
I don't really care about news. Like, I'm like, teenager, why should I?
How is his news show different than like a TV news show?
Well, it's a lot shorter and lower budget.
It's a little bit more boring on TV than he was.
It's not the typical newscast, they're reading off a teleprompter. He's coming up with it, he's coming off the top of his head. And I like that.
It's not just like, here's the news, that's it. It's, here's the news, this is what I think, here, I want to know what you think.
What about him in the show makes you have those feelings of wanting to get involved to a degree versus regular TV news?
Because it's the people on TV, you feel like they're too high at a plateau to where, you know, they won't respond back or they won't listen to your suggestions.
Like on TV shows,
they don't really ask for your stuff, but like YouTube, everyone's always asking for your opinions.
When he said, like, in the beginning, like, you can give your opinion, I was like, okay, I love it.
He actually asks how I feel. Nobody ever asks how I feel.
It's definitely one thing that gets the audience engaged and makes me come back.
But if so many people are watching the video and so many people are commenting on the video, then how is he gonna be able to look through everyone's comments?
If you were gonna watch the news, would you choose to watch his show or the TV news?
Philip DeFranco.
Phil! I would choose him. It's more convenient.
Definitely him, because the news on TV is like morbid.
As long as he keeps throwing in the sexy stuff.
I'd probably just Google it myself. What happened today? Enter.
Well, he calls his fans the nation. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's got a catchy tone to it.
It's general, but then again, it's talking about me.
It's like everyone, like the whole world watches him.
So boys and girls watch Phil's videos, but the majority are males. Why do you think that is?
Probably because males like news more? Do they? I don't know.
I think because he puts the sexy ladies in there.
You really want me to answer that question? Well, it's for the hard-hitting news topics, obviously.
Maybe if he put some more sexy times of men, he would get more women viewers.
Well, he's starting to do that. He is doing that more.
Well, then you're gonna get more women viewers.
Phil is one of the most long-time successful creators on YouTube, and his channel is actually about to cross 1 billion video views.
Bum, bum, bum.
Billion!
Wow.
Wow, that's cray-cray.
Why do you think his show's so popular?
I feel like if I say chicks, I'll just be repeating myself.
Because people don't want to be stupid, and they just get like a little snippet so they can act like they've read all about it.
It's his personality, the way he talks to people, the way he just has this laid back kind of feel, and his hair is awesome.
And you're gonna start watching his show now to get your news?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Maybe, yeah.
Possibly. I liked it. I don't have time. I honestly don't. I'm not home much to watch.
I will watch more show for the information and the sexy stuff, of course.
Yeah, so I could be more informed. I'll be filled in.
Thanks for watching Teens React.
Let us know what videos we should watch next.
We'll be back soon, so make sure you subscribe.
To watch deleted reactions from this episode, click the box below.
Love your faces!
Love your faces!
See ya, nation.